if you enter into that contract and you're depending on a mortgage, so here's what I recommend. You get a pre-approval.
Yep.
Okay? You get a pre-approval. Now, see, because mortgage processes in the DR for foreigners who don't have credit, who don't have legal status could take up to a month, maybe a little more. So a pre-approval is just something that they do. It's like they skim through everything and give you a pre-approval, but the process still has to be carried out.
Right.
Now, the reason I want to do that is because mortgage loans are based, like the title of the property is the bank's collateral. So a bank will give you a loan based on that property. So they have to see the title. You understand? So
Yep. Same here. It's the same thing here. Yep.
To make it expedient, they're going to say, okay, give me your information, tax returns, bank statements, whatever. Let me get the title, and they'll give you, because for those who don't have credit here, they do an international credit check. Experian, they'll use, what's the other one? There are two others, Experian. There's, yeah. So they're going to use the international.
I forgot the last one.
Yeah, they're going to.
Equifax. That's it.
Equifax, yes. Yep. They're going to do that. They're going to do the credit check international with the credit reporting bureaus back wherever you're from, and they're going to take that into account. Here's my advice. Be smart. Go ahead and, establish the framework here before you get into it. But how do you do that? First of all, you don't need to have residency in order to set up a bank account here. Set one up.
Wow. Great info. Love that gem. Thank you.
Set a bank account here and give yourself 6 months to establish credit. How do we do that? There are a few things that establish credit here. The bank transactions. Okay. So you start sending money to your account.
Okay.
Have a cell phone. Could be a cheap $30 a month cell phone and pay that.
All right.
So as they see money coming into the account and payment of things, those transactions start to build credit. Get a secured credit card. Okay.
Dominican base from a Dominican base, right? Do I get a Dominican base cell phone or a Dominican base?
Yes, girl.
Credit
card.
Once
they see this and some banks are 3 months. When they see 3 months of activity, you already started building credit. In 6 months, you don't need Equifax. You don't need Experian. You got your own credit basis here.
Wow.
And if you want to make that loan, and I'll tell you this, mortgages for foreigners without status, they're covering about 60, 70%. If you have residency status, you brought that percentage up to 80 or 90.
That's amazing. On an investment property too?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So I say in my YouTube channel all the time, people, I know you want this done, but let's slow down the rush. Get your residency first. It takes about 6 or 7 months between visa and residency. Open an account. As part of our residency processes, we include opening up a bank account because we need it for that category of residency anyway, so might as well do it. So I can set up a bank account for you in 24 to 48 hours.
Yes.
I set up a bank account for you. Okay? You start to build credit. You get status. By the time you choose the property you want to invest in, that mortgage, they're covering 80 to 90%.
Wow. What are mortgage rates looking like down there right now for foreigners?
That was my next thing. The interest rates has less to do with your status and more to do with the kind of loan that it is. So mortgage rates with some banks, I know one bank is 5 to 6%.
That's not bad at all. It's actually less than what we're paying right now.
Go from anywhere from 10 to 12.
Okay.
10 to 12%. So, and then you're going to find that they give you 1 year fixed rate. And after after the year, they allow themselves to adjust it,
Oh,
to inflation. So that's another thing you got to look at. That's another thing you need to look at. You want that
that's
fixed rate.
different from the developer. That's just your loan documents. That's if you decide to do a
Now the
loan.
other thing that you could do, there are loans, the seller loans. There are sellers, there are developments like Casa Linda and Puerto Plata. They have quite a few in Punta Cana where they give you, they provide financing. They do that. But the good thing with pre-construction is as follows. Usually they want you to put down, I don't know, 20%. And then during the life of the construction, let's say another 20 or 30, and then 70 upon delivery.
Okay.
So you got time before you got to come up with the rest of it. When you're buying pre-construction, that's usually how they have it set up. Usually.
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
a bunch of different plans, all the way from 10% down, 0% down, 60% during construction, the balance upon delivery. I've seen at least 6 different variations.
Yeah, it all depends upon, what development you're buying from. And then you've had people that along the way they're paying 1,000, 1,200 a month, for I don't even know, 40 months, 48 months, what is it? 36 months, no, 24 months. I've seen that. So it's different plans, and it all depends upon, what goes with your circumstances.